Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, guys. So the first thing we are going to do before we get any further, if you are new to the channel, have not yet, please smash that subscribe button as we're on the road to 35,000 subscribers. Just hit 31k this morning, I do believe. So huge shout out to you guys. That's a big achievement of mine is reaching that 35,000 milestone. Today what we are going to be doing is our no money spent squad series, episode number 2, starting with our daily rewards. Obviously I couldn't have started on Saturday because nobody had the game, but I will get this 3 silver contract pack, as you know. I think that's going to be a W. Neither of these two players sold, which I'm not necessarily surprised. I didn't list them for high, but neither of them sold, which it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal right now because they can't lose much more value than I even bought them for. Because I think I bought Miles Turner to try to help me complete the Dame challenge, but I didn't spend that much MT on a Miles Turner card. So I do know we're getting new content today within NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. It's been one day and we already are seeing season tip off West and season tip off East players. Now I'll go through these cards individually in another video when we do get some more information, but that's just another thing to note. We're going to get new cards, so I don't know how that's going to necessarily impact the market. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend spending any VC on these types of players, but I expect players like Hakeem to be very good for the time we're in. Same thing for any of the guards that can have, you know, a decent drill package, decent drill moves, maybe a Money Mitch will actually be able to shoot the ball decently. But that's just kind of what I'm thinking. I don't think these season tip off West or East are really going to make that big of a difference within NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. I'm just going to give you guys a little update, see what the Pistons playbook's going for. Still very reasonable. I wouldn't, you know, if I was trying to get domination done, I would just go out and get it. Don't wait any further because that playbook could definitely go up in price. But really what I've done so far is I've completed the Dame challenge and then I've started my domination grind. So far I have 9 out of the 99 stars of domination done. So I beat the Raptors, Boston Celtics, and Philadelphia 76ers. So today what I'm going to be doing is playing another game of domination, maybe a couple more games, trying to get that 15 star mark, getting those 3 extra tokens, as well as completing the Atlantic Division. Just to kind of update you guys on the squad I'm running, I'm just running this squad. I'm running the play through Kobe Bryant. I've had a lot of success doing that. And if a lot of centers might sag off on Shaq and it makes the spacing a lot more difficult. If that does happen, I just put Meyers Leonard right in here for Shaq, and Meyers Leonard can do his job. I'm not worrying about evoing any of these reward players because I just don't think it's going to be worth it at all. But that's just kind of my opinion on it. I don't think those guys are going to be worth evoing. I know last year I think you had to maybe evo them for Jason Richardson, but I don't think even Elgin Baylor might be worth that grind because it's harder to win domination games this year. And so for me, I don't think it will be worth it. But that's just my opinion. If you want to go ahead and go for it, hey, by all means do it. I just personally will not be going for that this year. But like I said, I'm going to lock in my next emerald before we do get started. And it's getting down there. I don't love any of these guys, to be honest with you. A lot of these guys I don't like at all. But when it gets down to it, I can't go anywhere else besides Antonio Daniels with my next pick. Obviously, he's not even going to make the squad, so it doesn't really matter. But Antonio is decent enough to pick. He's definitely decent enough to pick. Now, I only need 6 more emeralds to unlock the sapphire rewards. So we're almost halfway there, guys. And without further ado, let's hop into our next domination game against the Brooklyn Nets. So for those of you that don't know, it's the Give 15 Horns dive. Again, huge shout out to my guy 2K Fitness for the play. Assign that to Kobe Bryant, and that's all you need to do in here. Make sure you have manual subs on, and that's really it. If you have that equipped, you probably, as long as you know how to run it, will not lose any domination games. I know I haven't even came close to losing any since I've had that equipped, and I know you guys won't either. It's a simple play, easy to do, and if the defense does make an adjustment, that's when you just put Meyers Leonard in for the Shaq, because that only adjustment they can really make is like Jarrett Allen sagging off of Shaq and just kind of going to double team Kobe Bryant. But it doesn't happen that often, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if it does happen, just have that backup center. You could even run a Draymond Green that'll you know, have the defense respect him more than a Shaq, because usually, you know, Jarrett Allen's gonna come all the way up. There it didn't work there because my angles were messed up. But normally, I remember last time it worked. Last game it probably worked at least 80% of my possessions. The play did. So it works. It definitely works. It's definitely proven to work over and time again. It's just all about getting your angles right there. Shaq popped out way too high, which I don't know why he did that, but it's an easy bucket almost every single time. The reason I like running it through Kobe Bryant is the fact that he gets pretty good dunk animations pretty consistently compared to some of the other guys that I tried running it with. So I think Kobe Bryant's probably your best bet on who to run it through, just because of his dunk animations. Let's just slow down. Myers Leonard, I think I need you in the game for spacing purposes, so I'm going to bring him in the game as well. And let's just see. Hopefully this time it works. We'll see. That's an easy bucket. Whenever Kobe gets that head of steam, it's going to be a bucket almost every single time. I don't think I'll have very many problems with this Brooklyn Nets squad. We'll see though. We'll see, because I don't know. When I struggle on offense, that's what I struggle. They can do whatever they want offensively, but when I struggle on offense, that's when the close games come in. Obviously, I don't have that good of a team yet, and I'm not going to spend money on a good team. I'm going to grind out domination before I do anything. The only other thing today I'm going to do is play a little limited. That's the only other thing I'm probably going to do an experiment with. Hopefully I can get that first championship ring on my no money spent squad, but I'm not going to spend money on the game, anything like that. Especially because this first week in Unlimited, you only get one ruby or higher player. So there's no real point to spending money on the game this early. There's truly no point in it. You guys know I'm not a big fan of the meter, but at this stage of the game, I'm gonna use the meter because it helps me make layups. So that's my reasoning behind having the meter on right now, is it helps me make layups like that instead of having the shot meter off, which I might shoot it early, late. It just helps me make layups, and for this stage of the game, if I'm not going to shoot any jump shots, it's not going to matter whether the meter is on or off. And I know a lot of people have said a lot about the shot stick and encouraged me personally using that. I will not use the shot stick. That's something I'm not comfortable doing in a comp type setting. I'm not comfortable doing it off the dribble, what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to, use the right stick to dribble, and then find a way to time or to aim your shot stick. I just feel like that's going to be a headache. It's a lot of work to do. Now, if you figure out how to do it and can do it consistently, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't think I will be doing it this year. Now, if it becomes the meta and I have to learn it, then that's another thing. But I have a hard time seeing the shot stick be implemented into a comp type setting. But that's just my opinion on it. This is going to wrap it up. I do end up only winning by 7 points against the Brooklyn Nets. But honestly, it doesn't matter how much you win by. Truly doesn't matter, as long as I think you got to get a certain amount of MT points. I do believe it's 675, but I've had no problem getting the MT points. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. That's been a thing in past games, but as long as you end up winning the game, that's all that's going to matter. I end up winning my 4th domination game. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's going to take a long time to get through domination. It truly will. But what I'm going to tell you guys is it's going to be absolutely worth it. It's going to be worth it once you get through it. Now, you do have to play a total of about 99 games. So I'm only, 4% through it right now. So it's a long grind. It's a long grind. But trust me when I say it will 100% be worth it when you get this one done and just out of the way for this season. Obviously, you're going to have to keep grinding dominations and domination. You don't have to keep grinding them. We'll see what the rewards continue to be. But you might have to keep grinding domination season after season. But I don't mind that. It just keeps the community active, gives everybody something to do. As you guys see, we do get 2 more tokens for that right there, for that completion. Once we beat the Knicks, we will get an extra 3 tokens, which is a just big W. So for every 5 wins, you get 6 tokens, that's not huge, but that's going to add up. The historic domination gives you more and more tokens when you get through that. So you're going to end up with a lot of tokens by completing domination. As you guys see, my MT count's going up. Obviously, I spent a decent amount of MT on the Pistons playbook, but other than that, I haven't really spent a ton of MT. I'm still down from that 10,000 mark that I started with. But a lot of these guys you get in domination, in my opinion, just aren't worth upgrading. Like, what's Nicholas Claxton worth upgrading for me? I don't think he is. I really don't. I would be a lot closer to get this Kobe done if I could actually play the game instead of just running this play, but it's okay. Kobe Bryant is still going to be fairly good at the sapphire level. It's just he would be better at the, next level. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. Same thing with Shaq. It's going to be a while before I finally get him upgraded because I haven't ran that play through Shaq. Now, I might start trying it here or there to end up getting him, evoed up again. But none of these Emerald players' domination rewards are really worth it in my opinion. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got 2 tokens. You know, I'm gonna continue to grind that MT count, and hopefully once I complete my next domination game, I'll be able to get another player from the token market. But that's kind of where I'm at today. I'm also going to hop into MyTEAM Limited today when that does become available in 2 hours, and just kind of see where that takes me. I need to come out with the MyTEAM Limited lineup, and it is going to be difficult because the thing is with MyTEAM Limited, you get, what is it? You get 1 ruby or above. So I might have to see who the best ruby is for me. If it's, you know, a guy like Carl, if it's a, you know, more a guy like Clay, I need to figure out who that ruby is for me that I need to run. It'll probably end up being a center, to be honest with you guys. Maybe a Paul George type card, but I'll figure that out and end up playing a little bit of limited this week, just to see how it goes. Because I don't really know if it's going to be easy to grind, if it's going to be a long haul to get that championship ring. And I wouldn't say I need a great team, but with how I am right now, I'm going to need at least a serviceable enough team, because I can't really move with any of the guys I have right now in the stage we are. And that's fine. Nobody else is going to be able to move, so it's just going to be whoever plays better defense. And I think I'll be able to play better defense. But when you just sit here and look at the limited rewards, I don't know how it works, but I don't understand. You earn a prize based on how many rings you collected, but what do you get after every game? That's what I'm kind of wondering. I don't know what you get after every game, anything like that. But I will say I'm super excited for MyTEAM Limited. You just get a chance for the vault to open. Is that what it's going to be? I don't know. We will find out here in about 2 hours when I do play that MyTEAM Limited. But I'm going to be interested to kind of see what also happens with these packs, see how much, you know, a guy like Hakeem goes for compared to the rest of the players. And if any of these guys end up surprising me, I feel like a guy like Rick Smits is obviously going to be very good. But yeah, guys, for now, I mean, the only other thing I got to do now is complete this last domination game so I can get these 3 extra tokens. Now, because I want to Evo Shaq up, I'm going to try and see if this play can work for Shaq. I think it'll be good for Shaq, honestly. I think he should be able to get some easy buckets. But like I said, I'm trying to Evo my Shaq up just to see what he can be like at that next level. And he needs a lot of points to do that. So I still think Kobe is definitely the move if you're just trying to get through domination. But in this game here, I'm playing the Knicks, so I'm really not too worried about losing. So hopefully I don't lose, first of all. And then hopefully I can get, you know, a lot of points achieved with Shaq here by doing this. But one thing you just got to be careful is Shaq can't handle the ball. So you just need to really make sure you don't put him in positions to do so. That's the tough part about it, though, is against Shaq, they can just kind of sit. They can just, good shot, Chris. I actually thought that was going in. Taj Gibson can just kind of sit in the paint. So that's the only tough part about it that I think is going to give me some troubles, is the fact that they don't have to respect Shaq on the perimeter and they can just go under everything. So if that's how it's going to continue to be, I'll just have to put it back on Kobe Bryant. But I definitely did want to at least see if Shaq could get some easy buckets like he did on the first possession to just help him get Evo'd up, because otherwise it's going to be a long haul. I'll probably never Evo Shaq up if it's not for that, but I'm going to try and Evo him up in just this domination game. Now, obviously, he's not going to get complete, but hopefully I can get, 1/3 of the way there, because I think he needs 150 total points. So if I can score, 40 or 50 points, that would be a big W and help my quest to Evo and Shaq up a lot. There, Taj Gibson gets stuck behind me, and that's an easy dunk. That's what happens with Kobe every time, but sometimes I feel like Taj Gibson goes under the screen and it makes it difficult. But there, Shaq gets another easy dunk. Hopping in here towards the end of the game, the New York Knicks are terrible in domination. Like, they're the by far worst team I've played in this domination mode. They can't do anything right. Shaq had his 22 points, so eventually he's going to obviously get that Evo, but it's going to be pretty slow because watch, every time I throw it here to Grant Williams, just watch what their defense does. There, it was easy because it was just a straight line double team, but usually they rotate and stuff too, so I have to, make some plays with some other guys. But Shaq's still going to end up with 24 points. The promising sign for me is that Chris Middleton had 19 points, and only 2 or 3 of them were dunks. So just knowing that I'm starting to green a little bit more is a promising sign leading here into day number 2. Because this is day 2 that I'm on right now. Well, technically day 2. Because you could count it as day one, I guess. Day one or day two, but it is a promising sign either way as we win by 19 points. We do get the 3 extra tokens for completing the first Atlantic division, so we're 1/6 of the way done with current domination. Definitely is a big time, I wouldn't say relief, but it's definitely something to, I would say, kind of take pride in. Just do it one division at a time. You'll eventually get through it all. Now, I will tell you guys one of those secret of mine that I'm going to share with you guys that I think is going to be your best form of making MT early on in the game. Now, hopefully it worked as well as I think it will, so I can really kind of amplify how important it is to do what I'm doing. So the biggest thing to do this early on in the game is sell your contracts. That's the biggest thing, the biggest money maker you're going to find. Because with my team, I can purchase contracts for super cheap with this squad. But selling your contracts is going to be the way to make MT. So every time you get a contract, send it to your auctions and then just sell it. It's not worth holding on to. 100% is not worth it. Plus contracts go for a decent amount. You know, bronze contracts go for 300. Silver contracts go for 450. Gold contracts go for 600. So it's at least right now, it's definitely a good money maker for me. As you guys can see, I'm going to claim all of this MT and you'll just see my MT skyrocket. You're going to see my MT almost double probably here just by selling contracts. And contracts are easy to get. You get them after every single domination game, and there's absolutely no reason to hold on to them. There is legitimately zero reason to hold on to your contracts when you can sell them for 300 MT and purchase contracts for way cheaper. So this is going to be the best form of making MT this early on in the game. You don't have to snipe. You don't have to do anything like that. Simply just sell your contracts and you'll make a ton of MT. As you guys see, my MT is at least doubling already. Every contract I get is going to continue to be sold, and I'm going to continue to make MT that way. It's just an easy form, easy way to make MT. And also, you know, just selling the players you don't use, I would encourage if they're an emerald. So like Gallinari, he probably won't sell, but I think it's important just to keep putting him up until he does sell for whatever he goes for. Now, he only goes for, I'm going to put him up for 700. I don't know if he'll sell. If he doesn't sell, that's fine. I'll hold on to him. But it's important to capitalize out of all your MT possible. Same thing with Miles Turner. I'm going to put him up for 700. I don't know if either of them will sell. Holding on to your silvers is still a good idea, but like I said, the contracts is going to be very important, especially early on. I don't know if shoes go for anything, so I'm just going to hold on to all of my shoes for now because I know a ton of people are pulling shoes, but it is important to note shoes do still quick sell for quite a bit. So if you're trying to look at how much MT is in my inventory, that's a good way to note. Same thing with injury cards. I'm just going to hold on to all of them for now. I doubt they'll sell for anything, but there's no point in quick selling them this early. And another thing to note is I might see what this Tyler Shooter badge goes for really quick. I don't think it doesn't go for much right now, so there's no point of really selling it this early on. You might just want to wait and see what happens to it. Same thing with all like the steady shooter badges and stuff like that. I mean, I might try to put up a steady shooter badge for, you know, $29.50 and see if it sells. But I don't expect any type of badge to really sell that quickly this early on in the game. I truly don't. But if it sells, then it sells. So I'm just gonna throw my steady shooter up for 2,900 and just see if it sells. If it sells, then, you know, I don't know how or why, but it's definitely something to note. If you can find a way to muster some MT from stuff like this, is going to be very important. So just check your auction house or check your collection, see if there's anything that you can put up that might go for more than it should, and that's going to really spark your MT amount. As you guys can see, my MT went from 7,000 to 16,000 just over the course of this video. Also, I'm going to be able to redeem another token player to add to my collection, and this has just been a very good 2 domination win. Domination gets you quite a bit of MT if you really think about all the contracts and stuff you get from it. I'll just claim Bobby Jackson here as my 5th emerald. It provides you a great opportunity to make some MT tokens, everything like that. I would say I do need to do a better job of these agendas. Like, here's an example. I got 10 hours to use any point guard and earn 3 assists. So I'll probably hit up triple threat offline, get this challenge done. Same thing with these. I got 2 days to do these, you know, and 42 days to do the rest. So the important things are getting these 2 done as soon as you can. Score 30 points with any Lou Dort card. So across multiple unlimited games. So you just have to play Dort, but just don't know about picking up Dort, earning double with Robert Covington. See, a lot of these are just are things that are going to be hard. These are harder ones to do compared to anything else. Earned 23 points with Goran Dragic over multiple triple threat offline games. See, that one is doable, but I would definitely encourage you to keep working on these. Do as many of these as possible, because it's going to take a long time, a lot of evoing up to get this Stephen Curry card. So just keep working on that, as it's over the long haul, but these 100 XP is going to come up handy down the stretch. All right, y'all, so it is later in the day. Obviously, you can see by my level number 11, I've played the game a little bit, but there's one last thing I need to show you guys for this second episode of my No Money Spent squad. It is the new locker code that just got released by NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. If you don't follow MyTEAM's Twitter, make sure to do that, because that's where you're going to see the majority of the locker codes. This locker code, I'm going to type in. I really don't even know exactly what the rewards are from this locker code, but that's what we're going to find out here. So it's welcome to one will rise. And so, like I said, I don't know what's going to be in this locker code. Probably nothing too good, but still, all these locker codes are super important to type in, because at the end of the day, they are free prizes. Like, you could get a free pack or a token or 500 MT. So the big thing here, in my opinion, is getting one of the packs. Obviously, you don't really have control over that. We'll just drop it here and see what happens. You don't have really any control over that. All this extra MT adds up as well. Hopefully, I get this in the dark blue here. Dark blue. That's all right. Got a little extra MT. Dark blue is what we're going for. Okay, we get a token. Not what I wanted, but at the end of the day, it still is a free token, as well as some extra MT as well as an extra 275 MT for hitting the wheel. But that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of my No Money Spent Squad, episode number 2. I hope you guys are enjoying the No Money Spent Squad series as much as I'm recording it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love y'all and have a blessed day.